Hello everyone, I'm D and welcome back to 24 Frames. It's been a while since I did any episodes, but I'm ready to get started and give you guys a whole lot of reviews and analysis this year. But first, I figured I'd go back and look over some of the stuff that came before and just give you an idea of how certain things got created and maybe see what I've learned from some of the old episodes. So, let's get started.
No place to hide, no place to run, no place to run. Tuesday has now begun. X-Men, it's today, X-Men, coming your way. Magneto's hordes are on the way to deliver and plunder, but there's one team that will not yield, the team that strikes like thunder. X-Men, this is the day, X-Men, coming your way.
I really love that theme song. When I first started this, I ended up sitting on a good chunk of this episode for over a year. No particular reason, just stuff got in the way and the episode was never finished. Then the Nostalgia Critic did his review of the 90s X-Men cartoon, and suddenly my brother was sitting there like, you gotta do that episode now, you gotta do that episode now. And I'm thinking, I doubt that Nostalgia Critic's ever gonna touch the 1980s episode, and even if he does, so what? But everyone was like, do it now, do it now! So I finally sat down, finished it, and posted it online. So, thanks to my brother for lighting a fire under my ass when I desperately needed it. This episode's been given a lot of praise, even with the audio issues. Oh yeah, number one thing I learned from this episode, use a partway decent mic and balance your audio before you send it out. This was done with a little $10 microphone that came with a cheap little $10 webcam. So yeah, lesson learned. Cheap sounds cheap. So, Rainbow Bright has woken up and it's time for her to begin the process of bringing spring to the world. But not before we finish this song.
Everybody's got a part to play to start each day in a beautiful way. Every morning when the night goes away, every morning is a rainbow day.
This is probably my second favorite of the reviews I've done so far. I think this is the review where I finally started to get a rhythm to how I wanted this thing to go. I like all the cutaways, I like my pacing, I like my recap. The audio's still a little wonky, but at least I have a better mic than the last one. Personally, I also admit that Rainbow Bright is a surprisingly fun film. It drags, as I said, but it's surprisingly good. There is one error in the review. I stated at the beginning that this is the only film that Rainbow Bright ever made, and it was pointed out to me that there were 2 other movies. Both of those movies were straight to VHS, though, so I should have said this is the only theatrical Rainbow Bright movie ever made. Meanwhile, Just for Kicks is about to begin his training.
It's not even noon yet. Oh, wake me up at 3.
Okay, this boy needs to have his ass kicked. And his bird needs to go into a deep fryer. I well and truly do deeply hate this kid. Seriously, I was not playing it up. When I wrote the script, I actually intended for my dialogue to come out much more quietly irritated than screaming angry. Then I started recording and suddenly found myself screaming into the mic. Apparently, I really hate this kid more than even I realized. The film, I like a lot, but this lead, God in heaven, I hate this lead. In fact, let's take a moment and watch that sequence of him getting punched again. Ow! Do it again, do it again.
Ow! Again!
Ow! Fantastic! One more time! Ow!
That was satisfying.
Greetings. Welcome to 24 Frames. I am the other, and I will be handling this review today. D could not be here. Since he has not updated for over 2 months now, I have decided that his resolve to run this show needs to be tested.
Oh, I really don't want to talk about that psycho bunny. He's not here, is he?
Come, creature! Face your end at the hands of the Dragonborn!
There is nothing quite as dangerous to your production schedule as an addictive video game that has no real ending. Also, 24 Frames Distractions is a concept I intend to bring back.
Charlie! Bye!
Hello.
There are going to be a lot more top 5 shorts worth watching this year. There are simply too many great shorts out there for me not to share more of them. I am a fan of My Little Pony. What the hell was that? Man card. Hey, wait, where are you going?
We're done.
Wait, what are you talking about?
No. I stayed silent through the Rainbow Bright thing. I can't roll with no fan of My Little Pony. We're done. We're done.
Man card, wait! Come back! Man card! It's good! This episode took forever to finish. The production of this one took a long time, mostly because life kept making me have to stop. But I really got tired of people asking when it was going to come out. In fact, I think the only person more tired of hearing that question than me by the end was my brother Eric, because he was the one fielding most of those questions. I think for every time I heard it, he probably heard it about 10 or 20 times, so thanks again to him for having the immense patience to wait while I finished it. I like how it came out, though. I love the man card, and he's been well received. And I did genuinely enjoy My Little Pony. Still haven't watched any of Season 2 or 3, but yeah, I liked it. This is actually probably my favorite episode that I've done so far. It was just a lot of fun to make. Took forever, but it was a lot of fun to make.
A year, D. That is simply unacceptable.
Yeah, this film was not fun to watch, but at the very least, at least the bunny's finally dead. I hope. And now we're all up to speed and ready to start the new year with a whole slew of new episodes. Special thanks to everyone who's watched and made requests and suggestions, especially to my brother Eric and my friend Chris Cheatham for basically funding the early episodes and getting me the mic I use now, which is a vast improvement over the mic I started with. I'm looking forward to more stuff in the future, and I hope you guys will keep watching. I'm D, and this is 24 Frames. See you next time.